Jochi was the Cuman language. Mongolian was just the highest nobility.
And that stops appearing on the coins even by the end of the 13th century, if I remember. I might have the date wrong, but eventually Mongolian does get replaced on the Juchid coins by Turkic.
I can't say for sure, but yeah, it's. But I think that Nogai, one of the Western rulers, one of the Khan makers, as they call him, in the late 13th century, he was minting coins with his name and the name of his son. But it was, I think, Greek inscription.
Yeah. So. Anyways, yeah, that's quite. So where were we there? Yes, so the Cumans, as we've been over the last couple minutes really been showing there was a lot of interaction with the Hungarian monarchy. Now Bela, now this is sort of going back to something Stephen Powell, I think it was in his dissertation actually. So in the 1230s, or no, sorry, before Bela becomes king of the Hungarians, so this is like the 1220s, he had a bad relationship with his father, King Andras, and he gets put in charge of Transylvania. And there he has sort of his first interaction with the Cumans, and he starts actually taking the title of King of the Cumans because he shows, like right early on, his interest in getting the Cumans to follow him, sending Christian missionaries out among the Cumans, and he ends up taking the title of King of the Cumans, Rex Cumaniae or something like that in Latin. And Stephen, he suggested that the Mongols had sort of heard some variation that Bela was the king of the Cumans, as in he was like an actual effective ruler of the Cumans, and because the Mongols had already, well, by that point, bad relationships with the Cuman Kipchaks, had right from the start of the Western invasion in 1235, the Mongols were sort of interested in gunning for the king of the Cumans and bringing him the heels. So that ends up being part of his thesis that the Mongols intended to invade Hungary right from the start. That's just sort of an aside more than anything.
Yeah, it's quite possible that it's at least one of the main reasons. Also, for sure it was, if not the actual reason, for sure it was the casus belli, the reason, like the official reason.
Hostia, me han roto el caparazón antes de llegar.
Actually, the Mongols also followed, it was already spoken in the podcast, that they followed, it's possible that they followed the part of the Cumans throughout Bulgaria and the Latin Empire and so on. So, yeah, we certainly can see a pattern of Mongols trying to catch up on all the Cumans.
We've talked about this prior, as you and I, but when the Mongols come back to Hungary in the 1280s, that the invasion there, it's like they seem to have given up by that point on trying to subjugate all the Cumans in the west, even though the 1285, is that the attack? The 1285 attack, there is some suggestion that it was kind of on the instigation of Cumans fleeing Hungary after a war, after a rebellion between the Cumans in Hungary and the Hungarian king Ladislaus, and then they fled to Nogai Khan. Or he wasn't Khan yet, sorry, just Nogai.
No, he was never a Khan.
He started, they found coins from like 1296 where he's, it says, I don't remember specifically what it says, but he started, well, basically that he was minting coins in his own name.
Usually
the sign of kingship, and I might be wrong, but I don't remember if there was Khan on the... Anyway, if he did,
Bueno,
it
aguardamos.
was like the very last years of his
Vale,
life.
cuidado que ahora va a
because he's dead
ser las
by
semillas.
1300.
Cuando acaba
Out of
esto,
his
hace las
last
semillas.
rebellion with Tokta Khan.
Yes,
Vale,
in the
fantasmas.
Dragon League.
Yeah.
You may be mixing it because actually his
No,
son
no, Winchester.
Cheke for a short time became the Tsar of Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Por favor, que nos piden los fantasmas.
But
I would have to double check that on the coin, but he was.
Vale, levantamos a Winchester.
You said prior too that he was minting his own
Otra
coin
punta
in
que
his
levanta.
own name
vale,
as well,
pues levanta
not
luz.
just like no guy. By
Nah,
the grace
chaval, a la
of
primera,
Menka Khan.
buena, buenísima.
Sorry, not Menka Khan, Menka Tamor.
Vamos, tramea ahora, tramea la trampa,
Whatever,
la
all
trampa.
the late 13th century. I gotta tell you that late 13th century Golden Horde Khans, it's
Buena.
all Menka Timur and